Imagine waking up in the morning knowing that today you're going to make $1,000 a day by leveraging your skills in cybersecurity. Today, I'm going to talk about the real life story of my friend Evan, who does just that every single day. My name is Rick, and I have over 30 years experience as an engineer, and I made the shift to cybersecurity. I've built several companies that have made over 8 figures. I created this channel to educate and help people take advantage of the outstanding opportunity in cybersecurity. If that interests you, then like and subscribe. But let's jump right into the story. I had a conversation with Evan, and he described to me the exact steps he went through to build this capability of making more than $1,000 a day. And I'm going to go through and describe those now. The first step that he went through should come as no surprise. He built his skills. And he built his skills so that it secured his future that he's living now. And what he did is he developed a path to get to premium cybersecurity certifications. He started out small and started getting some education from an organization called SANS, S-A-N-S, and he passed several of their classes and starting to get some skills. And he wasn't even working in cybersecurity yet. He was working as an engineer, and but he started building his skills. He then built a lab, a computer lab that he was able to then, which just means he had a laptop computer that he hooked up to the internet, and he started doing some of the things that and exercising some of the skills that he knew he had to have. He knew he had to have as a cybersecurity professional, and he started to apply the things that he was learning in his training. And then he started to build up some certifications. And he went and got his CISM from ISACA. And then he got his CISSP from ISC squared. And then he went off and got his CISA from ISACA. And over time, he built up his skills so that he became an in-demand cybersecurity professional and had skills that his employers and his clients were willing to pay for. So, I've learned something in life, and that is if I help other people solve their problems using the skills that I've developed, then something magical happens. Money shows up in my bank account. My friend Evan knows that same principle. We've talked about it many times. When you have a skill that you trained yourself well in and you're able to perform it at a level that brings value to other people, and then you're able to then apply that and actually get clients, often various ways of doing that, which I'll mention here. But once you're able to do that, then that magical thing happens. Money shows up in your bank account. So Evan focused on developing those technical skills in cybersecurity so that he could land these clients and charge the highest rates. Now, the second step he went through is that he realized that he wasn't going to be able to start to charge these large rates at the beginning. He started out small at lower rates on the order of about $40 an hour just to get some skills and some benefits. In fact, I think he said $35 an hour was his first cybersecurity client, and he started building those skills up over time. And then the next set of clients that he got, I think he was somewhere around $50 an hour, and did that for several months. And then he was able to charge $70 an hour. And after about a year and a half or 2 years, he was up to $100 an hour. And now he's been a cybersecurity professional for more than a decade now, and he is able to charge $150 an hour for his rates. In fact, some customers pay more. And in fact, that's the third step here that he went through. Is he ended up setting up his business so that he could charge customers not only an hourly rate, but he also charged some customers flat rates. So he set up his business in two ways so that he was able to charge like I said, either hourly rates or these flat fees. And he also set up his business to specialize, and this is a real key here, to specialize in a couple of areas like IoT, and at the time he was doing, when he started out, was doing a lot of compliance work and penetration testing about a decade ago, and now he's doing things like some AI driven threat detection and some additional regulatory compliance, like SOC 2 kinds of assessments. So he's helping customers to be able to pass their SOC 2, and he's making a lot of great money doing it, by the way. And so that was the next step. His third step is he specialized, and he had various pricing structures for his customers. The fourth thing that Evan did to be able to reach this rate of $1,000 or more per day in cybersecurity is that he began to find customers who could afford to pay higher rates. Now, how did he do that? One way is that he was able to find a person that you call a headhunter, and this headhunter was tasked with finding cybersecurity talent. And normally, the headhunter was looking to find someone that could be hired as a W-2. So he engaged with this headhunter and said, look, rather than being a W-2 employee, would you see if the client would be willing to hire me as a 1099 employee? Well, it turned out that the client was willing to hire him as a 1099. In fact, he set it up so it was a corp to corp arrangement. So my friend Evan has his own corporation, and this client paid directly to my friend Evan's corporation. And this client of his then became his kind of foundation for his business, and that allowed my friend Evan to then go out and then look for additional clients that he could also begin to provide services for and to bill to. And he did that through this same headhunter, but he also started to attend some cybersecurity events that were being put on. There are some pretty big cybersecurity events that go on throughout the country. There's a big one. There's a Black Hat conference and other conferences that happen, for instance, in Las Vegas. And in fact, I should probably do a video on that. If you're interested in that, put something in the comments where I can go through and describe the various conferences that you could go to try to build your cybersecurity network. And then you can also build your skills, because these conferences have technical sessions where individuals describe the work that they're doing and breakthroughs in various fields of cybersecurity. And guess what? You're going to get better at cybersecurity by attending those sessions. And then more importantly, you're going to be able to walk the floor where the various customers and that you may bring on board and other suppliers of cybersecurity products are going to be at the exhibit floor, and you can walk through and meet them and get their business cards and get to know them. And guess what? They are potential clients, and that's exactly what Evan did. And he was able to build up then a client list that he always has had work for multiple years now. And so it's that fourth skill of finding clients that's a critical part of this, and he really nailed it down. And if you all are interested, I could dive deeper into how to find clients, because I have done the same thing in the businesses that I've built that have generated well over 8 figures. So let me know in the comments again if you're interested in that. And then the last item here is I want to encourage you to work hard, study, and build your skills so that you can secure your future. This is Dr. Rick with Rick Talks Tech.